Okay, I think we are live on Facebook. Can anyone confirm that, well, actually, I can't see the comments. So hopefully we are live. If somebody can give me a thumbs up from the panel here, that you can see us live, you just might have to refresh the screen. But we're on, Janet. How are you, everybody? Welcome to today's special training. And look, it's not just me. Look at all these amazing people that I have around me. Say hello, everybody. Wave. Okay, guys, so we're actually all hanging out on Zoom, and I'm broadcasting live to my page, my Helen Martin page. And hopefully we're sharing this into the social media group. Megan's done that. So everybody in the social media group should be able to see us now as well. So these amazing people on the screen, we are all going to deliver the goods today. Because we're on Zoom and you guys are on Facebook, I can't see any of your comments. So just a massive warm welcome to all of you to our training today. I'm sure some of these guys can see the comments and can say hello, to some people. But just to explain who these beautiful looking women are here with me today. These are the amazing people, most of the people that I work with in my VIP program. So they are all building businesses online through social media, all moving through the ranks in their network marketing businesses. And I work with them closely, every week they've got accountability to me. So, we get together on Zooms and we just shoot the breeze with everything sort of social media. So these are people to watch. You want to follow these people. You want to listen to what they say. And today we're collectively bringing to you all sorts of ideas regarding content creation for social media. So each one of us is going to share some idea to help you with your content creation on social media. You've probably heard it before. Content is king. We need to grow an audience. You know that. You need as many eyeballs on you as you can. So we're always growing an audience, whether that's more friends on your personal profile, whether that's more followers on a business page, whether you're in a group and you're, accumulating members. Whatever you're doing, you always want to increase your following. But how do we engage with that following? How do we get influence over that following? It's what you guys say. It's what you guys do. It's the content that you put out there. So we want this to be above the rest, do we not? We want you guys to stand out from the crowd with what you bring to that audience that you are accumulating. So content is king. These guys know that. They've worked with me for a while. They've tested. We are always testing and evaluating different things regarding content, aren't we, guys? Yes, yes, nod your heads. Okay, so I'm not sure. Your screen will probably look a little bit different to mine, but I just want to recognize them by name. So I'm just going through what I see on my screen. You guys on Zoom, it'll probably look a little bit different. I'm not sure what you're seeing on live, but I'll just quickly go around. We've got Yvette Garrell, we've got Susan Hagel, I've got Cherie Woodard, we've got Janet Cannon, we've got Alda Campbell, we've got Megan Island, we've got Blair Frederick, and the Hot Mess Express, Laurie Endress. Self-confessed, that's not my interpretation. Sorry, that's what she calls herself. Okay, so I'm not picking on her. Okay, so we're going to go straight into it, guys, because as you can see, there's a few of us here and we are just going to be short, sharp and shiny today and deliver you each a great topic regarding content creation. So get your pens and paper out. If you can just get one idea from all of us here to help you increase your content, elevate the level of your content on social media, that would be a really good thing. I can't say enough about these amazing people on the screen. I adore these people. We work very closely together and it's really exciting to see the progress that they make in their businesses. So they come highly qualified to you. So I'm going to start with my tip one. Is that all good with my friends on Zoom here? Let's just go thumbs up. Okay. So my tip for you guys is in relation to, it's going to sound a bit funny, but content creation ideas in your niche. Okay, so let me explain this to you. Maybe what's your niche? So think about that first. Is it, building a business online? Is it skincare? Is it weight loss? Is it product based? What is it that you do? And you've got two best friends to go and do some research. If you've got a computer and you've got an internet connection or a phone, you can go and research this. Google is one, YouTube is the other. For those of you in the coaching community, I've done a detailed training on screen showing you exactly how to do this, okay? So what you want to do is go to Google. So just follow along with me here, those of you that are not in our coaching community. So you go to Google and you put in what you know is a struggle for your niche. So let's say you're into skincare and you know that people want to, you know, get rid of these things, you know, reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So you put in Google, how do I reduce fine lines and wrinkles? Okay, you put that in Google. You press enter. What will come up is a whole lot of articles and maybe some YouTube links and things like that that give you content. So there alone is some information that you might be able to get some tips from. But here's the gold. Go back into the URL bar and click your mouse or your thing, whatever you call that. Click it up there, and a little drop down box is going to come down with all the similar names to what you put in. So you put in, how do I reduce fine lines and wrinkles? And the page comes up. Most people stop there. Okay, here's your little tip. Go back into the URL bar and click on it, and it brings up this little box with all the different variations of what people are searching for around those topics. So Google does all the work for you in bringing up the exact wording of what people are looking for around reducing fine lines and wrinkles. Like it could be weight loss, it could be how do I grow my business online? It doesn't matter what your niche area is, it works for everything. That is gold for your headlines. That is gold for your content creation, because they are the most searchable words on Google. Okay, do it with YouTube as well. Same theory. Go into YouTube, type in, it's a search engine. That's what YouTube is. You go in and, you know, I've got this wrong with my face. What's wrong? I've got a disease. You know what it's like. I know you've all done it before. So you go to Google or YouTube and you put in your biggest problem. So think about that as far as your niche. What problems are you guys serving for people? You know, what are you solving for people? So go to YouTube, put it in, but then it'll come up with you in the little box underneath the URL, all the wording that is proven from YouTube that people are typing in. So they do all the work for you, Google and YouTube, by giving you those words, giving you those headings, giving you the ideas. That's where you create your content from. That's where you create your headlines from. Okay, go and test it, guys. It's absolute gold, and all the hard work is done for you. You just got to look for it. Okay, so I hope that's really useful to you guys as our first tip for today. So I'm going to go around my screen. I've got Yvette on my top left. So I'm going to go straight to Yvette. If you would like to share your content creation idea for social media with the group today. I'm just going to mute myself while you do that.
Hi, everyone. Just had a little hiccup here, but I'm all right. Okay, so my content creation idea that I'll talk about tonight. First of all, I really wanted to break down the topic, posting, engaging content. So posting, of course, we know what that means. It's actually putting something in place. You plant something, you plant a post, you put something in a position. Engaging, it actually has to draw some attention. Somebody has to be attracted to it. Something must get someone's attention. And content, of course, on social media, we know the content, actually everything that we put out there on social media. So my tip for tonight is, we all know the different ways that we post on social media, but I wanted to go on a little further on and give a little breakdown from my research as to some additional things that we can do on social media to spark conversation, to encourage engagement, and to drive the curiosity. And so one, it says here that you need to do your own research and know which platform you're actually posting on and what each platform requires and what's appropriate. Because so there's some things that you might post on Instagram that doesn't do well on TikTok, you know, because of time frame and all that. So be cognizant of where you're posting and what you're posting. Number two, also be aware of the market that you're actually posting to in terms of the people. We know that Instagram is highly, I'll use the word, highly infiltrated with the younger, the more energetic and just the bubbly kind of a market. And so when you're posting on Instagram, you want to post something that will have the same kind of energy that they exude on Instagram. Facebook is a little bit more reserved. However, it's changing. So we want to ensure that when we are posting, what, where, and actually when at the time of day we are posting as well. Now we know most of us, what time we do check our phones, go on social media, because we want to be able, if we want people to actually be caught up in and get those nuggets that we're trying to put in those engaging contents, we want to post it so that it will grab their attention at a particular time. Timing and is also important when we're putting out our content out there. Now, so a couple of other things for our engaging content on social media: show instead of tell. We all know that people like to see the action. They want to see some movement. They want to see, that's why I believe TikTok is just off the chain, because it actually gives the action and people just want to see the next move and get the suspense out of that. Then use your own photos. And we talked about that all the time. Very important for the organic strategy there, for use your own photos, because this recycling on social media, so many different platforms, and but when you put your genuine organic stuff out there, it will get attention. And then of course you can do research. Ellen just alluded to that, of latest trends and content, and put that out there. That is an avenue I think we probably need to do some more work in. And thanks, Ellen, for reminding us of that way, because we put a lot of stuff out on social media, but we want to be able to connect. We want to be able to make the connection with the content, with the people that we are talking with. So posting engaging content is where we say content is king. So we know what the king does. The king rules, right? So we want to put the right content out there in front of the right people and to get the engagement. And thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome. Yvette, content is king, engagement is queen. That's the sort of standard term we're using in marketing. So the content is king, but what you're driving for is exactly what Yvette has just talked about here, is you want the engagement. So hopefully you all know that, is to create engaging content. But the only way you're going to do that is to test and evaluate very many different forms of content, as well as platforms. Work out where you want to hang out. There's no right or wrong on social media. Find your own groove, guys. Find your own voice, find your own brand, find your own content, find your own little platform. Doesn't matter what it is, but content is king, engagement is queen. Thank you, Yvette. Really appreciate your tip there. Now I've got Susan at the top here with me. So Susan, would you like to share your tip with us today?
Hey, thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. I'm kind of lucky because I kind of just get to segue into what's coming up, and it's not really a secret, but I'm going to do go live here and how much it can benefit your business. And the challenge that's coming up is June 21st, and it's a 21-day one. So it is massively important. And this is amazing because it'll show how you show up in your business. A lot of us have been in these challenges. All of us have met in these challenges, and it has been the most amazing experience, and we just keep going back for more. So if you're just starting out and you're just beginning your business, this is the best time because you don't have a lot of people on your page. So they're going to see the beginning, and then you're going to get so great as you're growing your page. So what you want to do is just stand out. I'm going to talk about the benefits of the Go Live, because the know, like, and trust is where your whole business presence is so important. People want to get to know, like, and trust you, and they can see your personality in a Go Live. They can see, just like reality TV, what exactly you are like, how you react, what you're doing. So the benefits are your know, like, and trust is awesome. You get more eyes on you with video, with with Facebook and all the other ones, when there's video involved, people connect with you because you're being vulnerable. Usually you're going to get your emotions on your sleeve and talk from your heart, and people make real connections that way. It increases your confidence, your posture, and posture is something we talk about all the time. You can become a better listener. You can engage better with people. You can talk to people right away, one-on-one, and maybe even possibly answer some questions for them. You can interact. That's exactly what I was just saying. It helps you get more comfortable with what you do as well. Your mindset is huge. It's a game changer for your business, and not everybody's doing it, but they're headed that way. So you want to be just a little bit ahead of everybody else. And from the 21-day Go Live challenge and the 10-day Go Live challenges, I've picked out 3 testimonials of what people said, because I want you to hear. They all think that they're going to have a hard time, they can't do it, and then they start enjoying it. So one was, it was so much easier with Helen giving us the topics in hand. That was 95% of my battle. So she tells you what you're going to do. Also, with each video, my confidence grows, my personality started to shine through, and I would highly recommend this challenge. And the last one is the best part for me was the support I get from other people participating in the challenge and making new acquaintances with people that are going in the same direction with goals and dreams as me. That's it. Join.
Love that, Susan. And there's nothing better than hearing it from the voices of others, like those testimonials. And, you know, those of you that have been around my community for a while, you know the power of live video for my business, because you may have heard my story before. But there are people listening on this live right now that it has changed their lives. And they know who they are. And they just keep coming back and doing more. And I'm a big advocate of live video because it's changed my business. It propelled my social media journey. It's helped me meet ladies like these that are on the screen. I don't know any of these ladies personally, like we've never met in person, but social media can put the most amazing people in front of you. You know, you're listening to this training for a reason. There are people that are going to pop into your lives for a reason, you know, to help you in your businesses. But live video is the fastest way to get people to know, like, and trust you. So thank you, Susan. Excellent point. Those of you that are still sitting there going, oh, I'm still so nervous about it, join us on June 21. We're all here to hold your hand. Okay, let's move on to this amazing Cherie Woodard. Over to you.
Hello, Cherie Woodard here, and I have a tip for you today about your target market, their pain points, and solutions. And this tip, as far as content is concerned, is if you know, which is really, really number one, to know who it is that you want to serve, who it is that you want to help, who it is that you want to bring value into their lives. And you can do that once you figured out who that was. For me, it was really easy. I wanted to help people who have been through what I went through when I was doing old school, and now here I am online, and I'm getting to do it live and talk to people and let them see that I'm a real person and that what kind of person I am. So when you do that and you figured that out, you want to then, if you don't already know, because it's not something that you relate to right away, you can research, as Helen and someone else had said earlier, research into the pain points of your target market. Because if you don't do that, you can be talking to the wrong people. You can be drawing the wrong people to you. And you really don't want to do that, because then you're not helping those people that you truly want to help. And Helen had an example that she told us about a long time ago, where she was, you know, having all these people, they were coming, they were like eating it up, but it was not her target market. And she had to figure that out and pivot. And so it's very important to be able to know that. And you can do that through research, the pains and points of those people that you truly want to help. Now, the other part of that is solutions. We want to provide and be able to point people to solutions. Those people that we want to help, those people that I want to help, those people that you want to help, that other people want to help, whoever that is, you want to be able to know their pain points and then be able to give information that's going to be helpful, that's going to be valuable, that will also give them solutions. Because if you're not talking to their pain points, if you're not talking to the right people, if you're not talking to their solutions, giving them something of value that they can leave with and go, okay, that helped me. I think I'm going to go back because that was information that I truly needed. So, it's very important to be able to do that. And so basically that is all I had to say was make sure you know who you're talking to, know your target market, make sure that you research if you don't already know their pain points and struggles, and gotta have solutions and what's going to really truly help them and help them to be able to get up and out of whatever it is that they're stuck in. So that is it.
Amazing, Cherie. That is the marketing piece of attraction marketing, guys. It's the marketing piece of network marketing. Everybody talks about networking, making connections, talking to more people. Yeah, get it. Absolutely. We all have to do that. But you really need to know how to market to people to be successful when you are making those connections. You want to talk to people and have a solution for the problem that they've got. All of that is the marketing piece. And this is what can help you stand above the crowd. When you understand the marketing piece of network marketing and, attraction and attracting, people too. So excellent points, Cherie. Thank you very much. Anybody that's listening live with us or catching the replay later, we can't see comments here on Zoom. I know you're probably making them, but I just want to welcome everybody, to this training. If you work with other people on social media that need to create content, please pass this training along to them. We're bringing you the goods today. Between all of us, there is amazing tips here. So, and this is for free. So certainly pass this video on to other people that you're working with on social media so they can pick up all these tips too. Okay. In the middle of my screen, which is probably different to what you guys are seeing, but I've got the beautiful Janet Cannon. How are you, Janet? Would you like to share your tip with us today?
Sure. Hopefully it doesn't get too noisy. Someone just came over and my husband is loud. So I apologize in advance if you hear some ruckus in the background. So yes, I'm Janet Cannon, and my tip for today is to create a series, an ongoing story, or a collection. So just a couple examples. If you want to really focus on a niche or a topic, don't just give people 10 tips that day. Create some curiosity, create some intrigue, and do a series. If you want to talk about 10 tips to a better sleep, drag it out. Schedule it, Monday to Friday, or make it a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and do 3, 3, and 4, that sort of thing. Another one, an example is you could do friendly fat Fridays. And so each Friday you're going to share about the benefits of healthy fats and talk about the ins and outs of that if you were in a health and wellness. The other thing is even a lifestyle or getting to know you. If you're doing renovations in your house, if you're starting a daycare, or you're sharing your grandkids, you're watching a journey. So taking them on a journey, creating an ongoing series and story, and really engaging people and getting them to follow you. They want to see the end result of that painted chair like Beth did a while back. They want to see the end result of a little contest that you held, something to really catch their interest, keep it, and then keep them coming back to find out what's next.
I love that, Janet, for 2 reasons. One is some of us tend to over deliver, and we could probably have a month's worth of content and we deliver it in one go. So I'm one of those people. And you don't have to, guys. People want bite-sized information these days. Have a look at the popularity of Reels and TikTok. Why is it so popular? 15, 30 seconds, thank you very much. Micro piece of content and they're on their way. I know that some people won't watch my videos because they're longer videos sometimes, and people just don't have the time. So if you really want the content, people will show up. But please take on board what Janet said there, because you don't need to over deliver. Sometimes you can take one piece of content and go, oh, that's a jam-packed live, and you talk for half an hour. You could have had 3 Facebook lives over the content that you jam-packed into 30. So that is a brilliant, suggestion. 1, to ease the burden of content creation, and secondly, taking people on a journey with you, whether that's in your personal life or business or a content creation. Make sure you come back and get tips 4 and 5, whatever it is, but you're enticing people to come back, and people love the journey. Your success in social media is sharing the journey with people. It's not one post. It's not one curiosity post. It's not one live video. It's not even 5 videos. It's 100 videos, but it's over a journey. Love those tips. Thank you, Jenna. I hope you guys listening are getting some gold out of these. You just need one little nugget from this training today to adopt, and it could make a difference in your business. Awesome. Thank you, Janet. I'm going to move on to Aldith. Aldith, how are you today? What's your tip that you would like to share with us?
Hello, everyone. How are you? Excuse me. Aldith Campbell here. My tip for today is types of contents to create on social media. Now, the success of any business depends on the type of content that we share, that we post. And when we post valuable content, people will engage with us. And if our posts are successful, then we know that we are doing the right thing. Now, there are some strategies that we can use when we are posting on social media, and also posting valuable contents that speak to the needs or the pain points of our prospects. Those are great contents to deliver. Now, if people's needs are met, then we are going to know, because they are going to be engaging with our posts, and we will realize how successful we are. So I want to share with us this afternoon a few of the types of posts that we can deliver on social media. We can deliver written posts, blogs, articles, and guides. Also, there are ebooks that we can do, which are also called electronic books. I have a few, so I won't be debating on any of them. I'm just going to be listing them so that I can be done in very quickly. All right. The next type of post we can do, we can share links to external content. We can do posts with images. Also, when I say images, it can be images of yourself or images of your family, your pets, your garden, whatever you are liking, things that will help to elevate your business. You can put the images when you post. Also, I'm sorry if I'm looking at a piece of paper, if it's making a little bit of noise, I'm sorry. We can use videos. That's another type of post we can do. It could be recorded videos, but live videos, I must say, is the most important of all. We can also do story videos. Infographics is another of the posts that we can deliver on social media. Testimonials and reviews. We can also do announcements. We can do challenges. And also we can highlight holidays around the world. These things can help to boost our business. They can help to elevate us. And also when we are posting, it is very, very important for us to post valuable contents that our audience will resonate with. Thank you very much.
Awesome, Aldith. Thank you. Guys, test it all. Test it all. Photos, images, videos, pre-recorded videos, whatever it is, everything that Aldith listed out there, blogs, links, test it all. Find out for yourself what your audience wants to see from you. and it's going to be different from your audience to my audience. Just test it all. Content is just not one type of content. Sometimes when I review people's pages, and don't forget tomorrow, I'm reviewing somebody's personal profile tomorrow, turn up and watch me live. Do that. I will share my screen and show you that and walk you through that. So make sure you turn up tomorrow. What was my point? I had a squirrel moment. I went there and now I've lost what I was talking about. But just to wrap that up, just try all different forms of content to work out what you are going to get the most engagement from, and Aldith has given you a great list there. So thank you very much, Aldith. Okay, hang in there with me, guys. We've got 3 more to go, 3 more awesome tips. So over to you, Megan Ireland.
Hello. Today, I'm going to be talking about repurposing content. So we all know that content is a really valuable part of our strategy. It's one of the biggest parts of our strategy. And we use it to convey our expertise, express our brand, voice, attract and resonate with our target audience. And the beauty of creating this content is that we can use one piece of content for multiple purposes, and people absorb information in different ways. And this is why it's so important that we do look at actually repurposing our content into different ways, so different people can actually see it and learn something from it. So we've got our visual learner, and our visual learner learns through pictures, diagrams. They're your list makers. Now, Helen, I know you're a list maker, so you know that you're maybe a little bit visual. We have people that, when they're maybe listening to something, they'll sit and they'll doodle on a piece of paper, or note takers. Then you've got your auditory person, and so they would rather listen than read. And so they're good at verbally explaining things. Then you've got your kinesthetic learner, and they're a tactile learner, and they learn through experiencing things or doing things, and they like to get involved. So, something like a live video, they love to actually get involved and be a part of it. And then you have your reading and writing learner, who they learn through written words, and they're drawn to expression through writing and reading. So by repurposing our content, we're taking one piece of content that we've had and we're reusing it for another purpose. So we can use it for things like, so if you do a live video, you can then turn that live video into a visual post. So with a picture, and you can maybe have some words as well above the picture. So then you're actually attracting 2 different types of learners. You can have your stories, your blogs, and you can even do an email if you've got an email list. And by doing this, you're actually saving yourself time and effort, because you're stretching your content further, and it enhances your knowledge. As the more you start to talk and create content in one area, you start to learn more yourself, because as you research it, you're learning more and more all the time. And it also strengthens your message, because then you start to become known as an expert in that particular area. I mean, if we look at Helen, for example, Helen is known for live video. That's, Helen is the queen of live video. That's where we go if we have questions. So we're getting, by doing all of this, we're getting our message out to a wider audience. Because the other thing is that people will see something, say, 4 different ways, and they will take something different from each thing that they see, because we will only see or hear what it is that we need to hear or see when we're ready. So by doing repurposing our content and doing it in different ways, we're getting out to a wider audience, and we are also maybe even if we see the same person sees the different content, they are taking something different each time from it. So thank you very much.
Fantastic, Megan. This is all about working smarter, not harder, guys, when you can learn to actually take one piece of content and repurpose it. Like, you got a photograph on your newsfeed, put it in your stories. You do a live video, put it in a blog and send it out in an email. If you're that far advanced, you may not be. I'd love to know from you guys watching live or catching the replay, which way do you like to learn the best? Do you like video? Do you like reading? Or do you prefer listening? Like, what's your thing? and you'll see all the different comments come up, and that should give you an indication that not everybody likes to learn the way you do. Some people love watching live videos and they'll listen to live videos while they're doing their other things, and that's quicker for them than reading something. Some people will not sit and watch live videos and they'll just prefer to scan and read something. So what Megan is touching on there is the different learning modalities from your audience, and you're going to have them all in your audience. So try not to stick to one thing with your content, not all live video, not all written posts, not all one sort of thing, when you can use one piece of content and chop it up in different ways, chop up a live video and throw it on Instagram TV, just different conversation, but all different sort of forms of content. Love that, Megan. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we've got Miss Beth Frederick next. What would you like to share with us today, Beth?
Hello, everybody. My tip for content today is using images and photos, because most people are visual. They favor visual over text. And I know if I see a picture that captures my eye, I actually stop the scroll or scroll back and take another look at that picture. And if you take a look at your phone, whoops, all your phone, there's little graphics on your phone, and they're there for a purpose, because we're all visual people. And they are really powerful if you use images in your content creation. You can create a great visual in Canva or in the app called Pic Collage. You can use faces, selfies, and Facebook actually loves faces, visual faces. They favor faces before objects because Facebook sends it out to more people. So bring yourself into that content, because people want to get to know you. They want to know you, because that's what they're buying, is you. Take pictures of your family, bring that into your content. Who you are on your personal page is who you are on your business page. Helen tells us that all the time. You need to blend yourself into that content and show people that you actually have a life, and show them behind the scenes stuff. Show them that you're growing and learning. Bring you in. And one thing you don't want to do, especially on your personal profile, is show images of your products, because Facebook doesn't like that. It's actually against Facebook policies to build a business on your personal page. So we don't want to do that. Just for an example, I use a lot of pictures that are native, and native means original. So not a stock photo. And I like using quotes sometimes, and I find these great quotes with photos, and one of the popular ones is a quote that says, "The best view comes from after the hardest climb," or "Let's move mountains," and there's a beautiful picture of a mountain in the background. Well, I live in the mountains, so I take my own photo and I put that quote on that page in that photo in Canva, and it still has the same impact and inspiration. And I always try to give credit to that author, but it's my image and my creation. And because of that, Facebook knows it's original. So I would hope that it would be sent out to more people than rather a stock photo. So those are my tips on images for content creation.
So important. A couple of things to highlight there. I work with a lot of students that are building business pages, on social media, and we go through content a lot. So when you're on a business page, you can actually see the organic reach, the engagement that you got from that reach. So you've got some metrics to look at. And it always, when we go through it with the students and you look at a piece of content, it's like, wow, that organic reach was way up and the engagement was way up. What piece of content was that? Well, it was a picture of myself. So what does that tell you? People want to see people. Even if you're building a business page or a group, stop all the business stuff and throw yourself in there. The other really important thing is what Beth was highlighting regarding original content. If you have got what you consider maybe to be a crap algorithm, throw some more original content in there, guys, because that's what drives the algorithm, that they can tell whether you're using a quote from somebody else or, a piece of content from somebody else, original content. And if you are, using a business page or a group, don't schedule 100% of everything you do. So native and original, so original piece of content and throw it up there. So to give you one example, on my personal profile, I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I've already hosted a webinar and done a couple of calls, and here I am now. Like, I've already had half a day and it's only 9:30 in the morning in my part of the world. And all I did was I was sitting in front of the fire, the fire's on because we've just gone into winter where I am in Australia. And I know you guys are all warming up, and don't wear your tank tops in front of me in the next couple of months because I'll hate you. Yeah, Susan's already trying to fan herself off. But I just took a selfie and I thought, I'm going to throw that on my personal profile. Up at 4 a.m, go get them, a little bit of curiosity. The online world never sleeps. I'm trying to make a point there. 3 lines, and there's already been a handful of comments already on it. That's what people want to see. What are you doing? What are you up to behind the scenes? They're curious about people. So original content and native, meaning post it in the moment as well. So don't get too caught up in scheduling things in advance because that can work against you if you do too much of it. Okay, we got one more Hot Mess Express to go. And that doesn't mean you're all hot messes express, so don't take that the wrong way. Miss Laurie Endress, what have you got for us today?
I'm the only hot mess express in this little group here. Everybody shows up looking so nice, and I got my ball cap on, and but hey, that's me. So today I am going to talk about how we can use video for some content creation. Video is huge right now, and I know you guys have probably heard this before. Helen has talked about it, that by this time next year 80% of what we see is or more is going to be video of some sort. So number one, if you're not doing live videos, out of the mouth of Helen, get out of your own way, get over yourself, jump in. We're all here to support you. But it doesn't always have to be live videos. There's some other things that we can use that will grab people's attention when they're scrolling, because at the end of the day, our goal is to get people to stop their scroll, okay, for whatever reason. So I just want to share 3 little apps or whatever that we can use that are very simple to use. And you can use those apps in a myriad of ways. So the first one is wave.com. Helen has talked about that in the past. I believe you even have a training in your coaching community on that with some other apps. It's extremely easy to use, and it's kind of cool. I checked this the other day just to make sure, but you can still like jump in and do like a free trial, get in there, play around, do all kinds of stuff. And then, make what you want to make and then jump out before, they charge you for that. I think you can only do a certain length of video in that free trial, but you can make pretty cool video with that amount of time. It's easy to add music, graphics, pictures, just a myriad of things. And you can go in a ton of different directions. You can create curiosity with it. With behind the scene photos, you can, show your crazy life like mine and, put different pictures up or whatever. And then the other one is Vimeo. And that one is cool for if you are building your business, if you happen to have a team or, even if you don't, but it's an excellent program to use, like if you wanted to create your own training. Do a little bit of training video, and you can share your screen, and a lot of what we see when Helen does hers. Again, it's a very easy program to use, and you could go 1,000 different directions with that. If you wanted to provide training, if you wanted to, do like a lead magnet, and be able to hop on there and maybe spend 5 minutes and share 5 tips to, attract people to you without chasing your family and friends. Just a ton of different directions you can go with that. And then there's Canva. So you have to be very careful, okay? I'm speaking from experience. You have to be very, very careful when you go into Canva. It's like going into a thrift shop for me or a fabric shop. It's like, oh my gosh, I'll be here all day. But Canva doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily just static still pictures. There are a ton of elements in there that you can, like Beth was talking about, putting taking one of her own pictures and putting a quote on there. And then you can add like little fireworks or moving words, or there's just, like I said, be very careful when you go in, set a timer, that will be good for you. But it doesn't have to be, it doesn't always have to be live video. B, it doesn't always have to be video per se, but the movement on your post, whether it's live video or Canva that has an element doing something, that's going to catch their eye. It's going to stop the scroll. It's going to get their attention. And then you better be showing up with some good value and want them to come back for more. So.
Yeah, thanks, Laurie. And, you know, the whole video thing, I mean, as Susan highlighted it with the live video stuff before, is, you know, have a look at what's happening with Reels and TikTok. Like it's off the charts. If you know, I'm only just starting to get into it, but if you're not into it yet, you probably will be. Even though you go, no, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing another thing. I guarantee you probably will be somewhere along the line. Don't stress about it right now, but you probably will be, because that's what's hot. It's micro content is what's, you know, really cool these days. Now, I just want to address, I've got my phone down here and I want to address a couple of things in the comments. One, I just want to pick up on Laurie's comment regarding Vimeo. And a really good thing about Vimeo, if you're at this stage, guys, do you know when you look at training videos and they're YouTube videos, and at the end of the YouTube video, it brings up all these other videos, and then you're on a squirrel moment, not only for a moment, but for the next 2 hours. So that's YouTube for you. So YouTube has always got suggested videos at the end of a video that's uploaded to YouTube. When you upload it to Vimeo, that's it. That doesn't happen. So any of you that move into more training type videos and you just want it to be a video and you don't want to use a YouTube link that sends people on a squirrel looking, you know, elsewhere, that's what Vimeo is really good for as well. When you upload it, you just upload it and it just plays that video. Whereas when you share a YouTube link, if that's where you're uploading your videos to. So on YouTube, it's fine. But if you do move into training or courses or anything like that, any of you that are listening, I just wanted to share that with you. Okay. Now, I wanted to address something, and I'm not quite sure how to address your name. Ivore? I'll put my own French slant on it just to make it sound, I'm sure it's beautiful however it's pronounced. I'm terrible at name pronunciations. But you mentioned I mostly post on my business page and I hardly post on my personal profile. That was me. Okay. Here's what I want to share with you. And it's already been mentioned on this training today. We are not two different people. And don't be disillusioned that people aren't going to find you on your personal profile, even if they are mainly with you on a business page. We interact in groups in Messenger. We actually interact with people from our personal profile, from our personal messenger. Like everything leads back to your business page is created from ultimately your personal profile. Everything leads back to your personal profile. So even if you know you don't want to grow your business on your personal profile, you're not allowed to anyway. You just got to lead with curiosity. A different discussion, but you know, you can't full on sell your business on a personal profile anyway. But you need to show up on your personal profile. It is so important. You know, you don't need to post as much, but if you've got at least 5 pieces of content, maybe over 7 days, you know, 1 a day or close to, or, you know, sometimes I go 3 days. If I've got a piece of content that's going okay, I'll just let it run for a few days before I put another piece of content up. But show up, guys, on your personal profile, because that's how you're being judged on social media. Do you look normal? Have you got photos of your family? Or have you not posted for 6 months or 3 weeks? Or there's no photos of you, it's all shared content. Like, you're being judged by that on social media. So if you want to be successful on building a business on social media, you do need to show up on your personal profile and be that cool human being that you guys all are. Okay, so I just wanted to share that because it's important. I thought it was important to sort of address. Okay, so let's leave it there. We've gone for about 50 minutes. I can't thank these amazing ladies enough. We'll hang out for a few more minutes here, guys, on Zoom, but we'll disconnect from the live in a second. But I just want to thank these ladies for giving up their time to share these tips with you guys that are either live or watching the replay. I hope you got some value from what they've shared with you today, because they've all done this, you know, voluntarily out of the busyness of their day. They're all building businesses online. Go and check them out, you know, follow them, see what advice that you can learn from them. But thank you to all you guys that are hanging out on Zoom with me here. I really, really enjoy working with you guys and seeing you guys progress. Those of you that have listened to this training live, share, or even on the replay, share your comments. Did you pick up something from today's training and tips that you think, oh, that gave me an idea, or oh, I haven't heard of that before, maybe I'll check that out. But warning, don't go to Canva and spend the next day, as Laurie has said. But really, I don't know anyone in the online world who does not use Canva. I think we all use it to some capacity. So you've had some great tips here. Thank you for joining us today. At the timing of this training, tomorrow on my live, which will be back to normal time, I am reviewing somebody's personal profile on the screen. I'm going to share my screen and walk you through it. So those of you that are, struggling a little bit with your personal profile, what to do, how to show up, whether it's, the best it can be, join me tomorrow and have a look at that, what I'm reviewing there. Okay. So thank you, ladies. I'll disconnect from the live now. Thank you to everybody that's been with us today, and I will catch you tomorrow. And you'll never know when you'll see these ladies show up again, maybe sometime in the future. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.